Ladies and gentlemen, at the beginning of every single month, I hold a fundraiser to see if y'all want to keep me as Planetary Defense Commander. And usually on the first of that month, I go crazy. And right before the hurricanes start to hit, I go extra crazy. So today's been a crazy day. Hopefully all the crazy's out of my system. We've only got $590 to go with 71 hours left. So I want to thank you to Kenneth, Athena, Lynn, CJ, Matthew, Brady, Kay, Kenneth E, and David. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I have breakdowns. This is a stressful job. But you guys usually save me and rehire me every single month. So if you would like to contribute, you can send a letter to T. Lewison 5430 Birdwood Road, number 416, Houston, Texas, 77096. I got a PayPal, a Venmo, a CashApp, and a Patron. And for those people who complain that I do like a 1-minute commercial 4 days out of the month every year, you don't complain when your politicians beg for contributions every day, all day, and they don't really provide you with any type of service I can see tangibly. But hey, everybody likes to complain, so let's get started. I won't be complaining though. We'll be talking about the weather because there's a bunch of crazy stuff going down, man. Alright, imagine Lorenzo is a big giant dork of doom. Purple, no less. So Ireland, you need to be on the watch out for this thing because models have been consistently drawing it up at anywhere near close to a Category 3 or 4 or 2 hurricane. This is legit. Right now, the major, massive, clear and present danger is in the Midwest, and the red states are in deep trouble as we have heavy moisture training between the cold side and the hot side for at least the next 48 hours. Max Tessa Paris is letting us know. Here's the latest map of flash flood warnings for his area. Head to WCOW.com or tune into the WCOW. Yeah, it looks like Madison, which is where my grandma used to live, is under a major flash flood watch. Stay cool and dry. In case you were wondering, I wrote a song about Super Cutie Malware Unicorn like 2 years ago, and then Taylor showed up at my door, and then shit just got weird. Alright, non sequitur. We got some major flooding, or minor flooding, happening in Miami. How's my Florida accent working? I wish Justin and his beautiful bride nothing but luck and love and long-term happy relationship. Everybody loves October. Tim Kelly from Boston catching the wave after wave after wave, courtesy of Lorenzo up in Boston. I heard y'all's cream pies is great. Is that true? Anthony Siciliano giving us a visual representation that Earth is a McDLT lava lamp with an upper atmosphere that has semi-irregular WTF periods. Because you're going to go from hot to cold, probably back to hot again. Lorenzo ain't no joke, as he is interacting with the mid-latitude trough and losing gradually its tropical characteristics. Don't tropical characteristic me, man. Mark Trello. Wow. Distant storm clouds create shadows during sunset last night in Fairmont, Minnesota. God is an amazing sky painter. And yes, light is his brush, and color is his color, I guess. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Checking in on the flooding. So much rain and so much flooding. Here's a look at where the highest rainfall amounts were. Also, Roswell set a record for the date. Man, whatever happened with that Storm Roswell thing? That's rhetorical. Yeah, and everybody was talking about all the heat records that were totally shattered today for all-time October highs. Well, the people who talk about heat, you know, because it's like half only talks about the heat and the other half only talks about the cold. It's crazy. And I've been like poked with a stick by the bad guys for 2 weeks. I've talked about that way too much. Brittany Boyer bringing the hotness, letting us know some serious numbers. 99 in Birmingham, Alabama. 98 in Huntsville, Alabama. 98 Nashville, Tennessee. 96 Louisville. 95 Lexington, Kentucky. And 95 New Orleans. That is a hot October day. You may want to pick a Halloween costume that is not too weather geared. Oh, I was going for a joke, but I got nothing. Eric Fisher letting us know that records were getting dunked on in this East this afternoon and in the West. Although the heat totally beat out the cool. Unless, of course, you're colorblind and don't see the red or the orange, then yeah, whatever. We're now going to play a game. It's penguins, or is it astronauts hopping and bouncing around? Or is it Teletubbies? You be the judge, you answer, and you play at home. And for the people who only acknowledge the cold side, boy, do I have a treat for you. We're talking 50 inches of snowfall in Montana. Strange sounds letting us know widespread flooding hits the UK. A week of rain in just an hour, and this is before Hurricane Lorenzo comes ashore in a wave after wave pattern. I wanted to make a fart joke, but then I figured anybody can make a fart joke. Oh, that looks like some heavy infrastructure damage. Mega non sequitur. Pluto goes direct tomorrow-ish, which means the underworld will be getting its shit together. You believe in the mafia, don't you? Whether it be internet mafia, beauty products mafia, traditional garbage dump mafia, railroad mafia, Mars, he's war. Amelia Clark and Alexis Knapp have two of the greatest smiles I've ever seen in my life. We got a major Ulawan volcano eruption today after an extremely high real-time seismic amplitude measurement was noted. Incandescent fountains surmounted by tall ash-laden plume was seen being spewed from the eruptive vent at the base of the cone. Rogue giving commands to get married, or at least intend to. Asteroid Fight Club vibes. And as I've noted, this 18Z GFS run is pretty wild. See that? I mean, we're looking at some dangerous mid-October activity. Possible and probable. Will we be getting a four hurricane scenario where all four of them hit land? Probably not. But I would guess we're looking at a 2 landfall October minimum. Although right now this would count as a landfall here, but watch how that moisture shoots up into the front, and then you might get the hurricane that comes up through the Crystal River, Florida, to rehook up with that. And then I don't like the looks of this one at all in any way, shape, or form. It is just one run, so don't take it as gospel. But holy smokes, look at this. Has Lorenzo going straight into Europe and then coming down. But look at this storm that comes next in another wave and next in another wave. So that would be 3 major storms in less than a week for Europe. And then it would be our chance, our shot, to deal with a lot of wild, wacky weather. And so, if this high holds, it is definitely Katie barred the door. And the worst case scenario has that major, massive hurricane hitting Florida, north of Tampa Bay, and then strafing up the coast across Georgia, Carolinas, Virginia, all the way up and in. And so if it is a Category 5, then it could still have some strength as it moves northward. I want to be the good time gang, but it gets stressful at times. Midwest, look out. You're going to have some heavy rain banding happening over the next 48 hours. And then you got another giant moisture push coming in through Mexico into New Mexico and Texas as we started all over again. So it's like the first 10 days of October, the major moisture areas are going to be Europe and the middle of the United States. And then after that, it will probably be the East Coast, with some major storms possibly moving into the Pacific Northwest. So like there's that one buddy I don't like. And look at all this moisture potential. And I definitely wouldn't sleep on Lorenzo. A, he's wet, so at best you get like a waterbed vibe. And B, he is headed right towards Europe or United Kingdom, Ireland, and the models have him making some type of funky move. The oceans are pretty foobar because the seasons have no idea what they're doing. So, yeah, there's definitely enough heat there for some major massive hurricane activity in November. Wait, October. But I wouldn't be surprised to see some hurricane activity in the start of November as well. The nav gem is showing us that low doing some sneaky stuff. And then another little low heading back towards the USA. We got some major patterns happening. The CMC Music Factory is the only model that does anything major with one of the lows we were watching in the Gulf, and it takes it into Mexico. But if you'll notice, the CMC on the 11th also shows one of the major hurricanes possible that we see coming out of the southern part. Is that Bay of Campeche area? Who knows? Now we're looking at the icon. Man, I should have let it load. But one of the wings, what did you talk about? With the icon is watch how it just has that low sitting in place slowly, which seems weird over a 5-day span. But hey, it's 2019. Be prepared for everything. That seems impossible, though. Nicole Brandy's really cute. I think it's her eyes. Hey, guess what? A sunspot emerges, breaking a string of 27 spotless days. A new sunspot is emerging near the sun's southeastern limb. It is crackling with minor B-class solar flares. The latitude of the active region suggests it is a member of old solar cycle 24. This sunspot is notable only because sunspots are so rare during the deep solar minimum, such that one currently in progress. Man, if they're rare during a deep solar minimum, then they must be really, really, really rare during a grand solar minimum. LOL, what? A green flash on Venus. You've heard of green flashes on the sun, and I've heard of hot flashes from women. But what about green flashes on Venus? They're real, and now is a good time to observe them. All you need is a body of water, a sunset, and a telescope. I saw one last week, reports eyewitness Palma of Rome, Italy. At the end of the day, September 26th, I was watching the sunset from my deck overlooking the Tyrrhenian Sea. A fragment of the settling sun seemed to break away and turn a strong shade of green, like a leaf falling on the nearby sea. So yeah, what is a green flash? Nobody knows, man. Nobody knows. Take your guesses. We're looking at the Sun, young moon, Venus, Mercury, and Spica. Anal Emma, number 6. I'm gonna go with no comment. I don't even know what it is, but I got a feeling me talking about Anal Emma is only gonna get me in trouble. Sounds like a deep fake video, really. You know, when the sun acts weird, Earth weather acts weird, and people lose their flipping minds. And it's like the sun's been acting weird since 2012. A huge flame wall prominence on the sun limb today. This was yesterday, taken from Trenton, Florida. And of course, if the sun is that big and the Earth is that little, then the sun is probably the main driver of the weather as we know it. Yeah. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things are gonna get brighter. Man, these auroras are so kicking, I would swear they have 3 legs. Yeah, the aurora situation is mighty magnificent. I like to talk about Steve. What is Steve? Nobody really knows. Nobody really knows. Yeah, that's a pretty nasty brain band, man. It's going to drop heavy rain, and is dropping heavy rain in Minnesota, Michigan, and whatever state that is. I'll figure it out. Hold on. Des Moines. Des Moines is not a state. That must be Iowa. And a little shot into Virginia and New Hampshire. Looks pretty crazy as well. There is no greater illusion than fear. This will be an excellent segue into a Cranky Weather Guy post. Guess the only other option to the audible oddity would be a meteor, but so far nothing on any reporting sites. Was a curiously long, thundery rumble propagating south to north. Was only looking, heard a big long rumble propagate here, either a rogue lightning strike, can't seem to find it, aircraft, wasn't that kind of sound, or yes, you can hear earthquakes you may not feel in the northeast. Can't find one. Unsolved mystery will remain unsolved. A string of 4s along the Pacific Central American coastline. Some Caribbean cluster activity. In March, she captured a dolphin with her camera. So long, and thanks for all the fish. Whoa. Back to the malware. Unicorn. Fail. Crap. What? Everything's flipping out. You should probably get that fat cat some lasagna. Matthew Capucci giving us an excellent visualization of the satellite imagery, revealing all the features leading to exceptional heat in the east and flooding rains in the upper Midwest and plain states. High pressure dominates east with a low jet feeding moisture to a front west. Our capital weather piece, you can go onto my Twitter and click it and check that shit out. But yeah, dude, this is interesting. So you got the Naruto moisture coming up into here, feeding into the major flood system. Low-level jet, you have the Pacific Northwest moisture that had joined it earlier. You got this giant heat dome. And so if that giant heat dome shifts east, then any type of hurricane activity would come around it. Like a lava lamp McDLT, cold battling the heat. Who will win? Stay tuned. The energy that will emerge off Africa this week will reach the warmest waters in the entire Atlantic basin next week. So yeah, it's going to be an active hurricane-y October. And if you want to keep me around as your planetary defense commander, we only have $590 to go. About 71 hours. So, you know what to do. You know how to do it. I love you. Stay cool. I'll try to stay sane. Thanks again to Kenneth, Athena, Lynn, CJ, Matthew, Brady. Yeah, the letter was super cool. Kay, your letter was super cool. Kenneth, E, and David. So, God bless everyone. Let's live long and prosper together. And sure, yeah, I'm probably not the only guy that's haunted by her beauty. And people may like, you sound like a creepy stalker. Technically, she would be the one stalking me. Alright, everybody stay cool. Or not. Do what you do. It's a free country. Asterisk.